everybody. How are you? Good to have you here. Let me close here. How are you, my friends? Hope you're okay. It's Tuesday, 22nd of February 2022. So it's 2/22/2022. So for those who likes coincidences and numerical coincidences, today is the day. So let me see. I can see some people are joining us. Good to have you all here. And today we will talk about we'll keep going the study of chapter 16. And today's item 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay? So chapter 16, items 7, 8, 9, and 10 of the Gospel according to Spiritism. Okie dokie, so ready to go. So let me do the initial prayer. So I want to ask everyone to have a deep breath, welcoming all our brothers and sisters who are here today with us. Let's raise up our thoughts towards Jesus and ask him to send over us his blessings, filling us up with the energy, with whatever strengths we need to overcome all the barriers we need to go through. Thank you, good spirits, for your presence in our live, Kardec Radio, for the opportunity to be here, and you all who is watching us live and those who will watch us later. May these good vibrations reach out our brothers and sisters who are in the hospitals, who are going through depression, anxiety. So be it. Amen. Okay, so let's go through this. Let's see what it shows to us. So chapter 16 is not possible to serve both God and Mammon. Okay? And item 7 tell us the providential utility of riches, trials of rich and misery. Okay? So let me just open up here my notes. For some reason, I couldn't. I removed the page. It was marked in the right page, but I don't know what happened here. Sorry for that. Okay, great. I'm here. We are back in the game. Okay. And the question we keep here. Hey, Nadie, how are you, my dear? And the question we keep in our mind here. Hello, Lou. Good to have you all here. Is riches an instrument of man's fall, man's problems? What do you think? Like, if I am rich, is this a problem or not? Good question. Because we all want to be rich, you know. We think from one side. We only see the good things, like when you when you're going to travel. When you go to travel and you post your pictures, like on Instagram or Facebook, everybody see your good moments. Everybody see everything is good for you. What everything what's happened good for you. Smiling, beautiful beach, beautiful landscapes, beautiful scenarios, amazing foods, what more, breathtaking places, it's, but nobody sees what you have done in order to proportionate that moment of pleasure to yourself, right? Everybody see good things. Nobody see what's, let's call it behind the scenes. Nobody see behind the scenes. Oh wow, she have worked extra hours. He sold his car in order to make this trip possible. I don't know. We don't know. What we only see, it is the good things. And this happens with the riches. Uh, 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 we only see the glamour. We only see the the good things. And seeing that, we we desire being rich. Let's say we desire in a good way, okay? Because I want this guy is happy. I want to be happy like him. This guy is acquiring all these things. He travel a plane instead of going in an economic class. He goes in the first class, drink champagne. I want this as well. Okay. Some people they they don't like all these fancy things, but oh, it's gonna be nice. Do not worry about money. It's not be nice. At the end of the month, I need to start to review my payments here because I don't know if I'm gonna be short this month or not. Okay, so let's. But at the same time, we do have in the other hand, we do have let's call the poor guys. Okay, in which they work very hard every day. They don't have, or if they have, it's for a short while, this moment of happiness, and they can enjoy what they have proportionate to them, and they try to make to survive. Like if you're talking about people here in Ireland or in Europe, mainly the rich countries in Europe, USA, uh, we do have this part of a population. They need to work to pay the bills, and okay, especially in some parts of the USA, and especially on the developing countries, it's harder because most of the times they don't earn enough to pay the bills. Okay, and so many questions come up to our mind. Why God allowed that? Why we have these differences, this so huge difference between one, it's they don't know where to put the money. They pay expensive trips to go to the space. Meanwhile, there are people starving. There are people work many, many hours, but it's still not enough to pay the bills. So questions like that, why God allowed that? Why it happens to me? Why all this, if not come up to our mind, it will come. Okay? Uh, but if I say to you that being rich, it is a more difficult trial or expiation compared to being poor. Oh, Stevan, you're completely crazy. You are telling me someone rich is having a worst trial, a worst experience compared to one who has nothing. Yes, I'm saying that. And we can see this in this item 7 of chapter 7, chapter 16. Rich constitute a very dangerous trial, even more dangerous than that of misery. It is the greatest provoker of pride, selfishness, and sensuality. The problem being rich is not the money. The problem is the person. Like the text said here, the pride, the selfishness, the sensuality. Why pride? Because let's say someone who are poor, and meantime they are developing, they are acquiring, they become rich. Most or some, a big part of them, they forgot what they passing through, and their pride put a barrier between the old and the new. That's it. Uh, it produces such a state of dizziness that those who go from misery to wealth completely forget their first conditions. They also quickly forget those who had shared this state with them, even those who had helped them, and become insensitive, selfish, and futile people. Futile people. Oh, come on, Stevan, you are crazy because, come on. If I won the lottery today, I want to be like, okay, I'm not saying everybody is equal, okay? We are saying most cases we can see this selfishness, this pride, this sensuality applies most of the cases. Okay. Also, of course, we do have exemptions for sure. But where? Let's let's give you an example. A rich guy came to Jesus, and he said to him, "Hey, Jesus, I want to follow you right now. I want to go with you. I want to be with you. I want to stay with you. I want to learn from you. What I need to do?" And Jesus said, "Okay, just leave. everything and follow me now. And what the guy said, oh, I need to go to my father's funeral. And once I'm back from my father's funeral, I will follow you. And Jesus said, so you don't want to follow me, because if you need to follow me, you need to do right now. And he said, no, I need to go to my funeral, my father's funeral. We do have a lot of ways to see it. Oh, Jesus was not, let's say, compliant with him because he was in his dad's funeral. Come on. He can wait like an hour, 2 hours, 5 hours until they finish the funeral and he can join the team. Or some doesn't understand why. What's the relation being following him, going to the funeral? What's going on? From Jewish perspective, a son inherited father's richness, wealth. Let's call wealth. Okay, a son inherited a father's wealth only if he will go to the funeral and stay all along there until the body is buried. This is one of the triggers to get the fathers or the mothers of the family wealth. So, and nobody thinks like that. Nobody sees this because we are not familiar with Jewish tradition at that time. So, knowing this guy, he wants to follow Jesus. Yes, I deeply believe he wants to follow him. But when Jesus said, okay, come, now, I need to go to my father's funeral. What he put first? Money, wealth. See that? How is important to understand the culture at that time. How it is important, do not take not advantages, take assumptions with just one view. You need to look around. This is what happened here. So, this proves that this guy didn't possess the true charity, and he didn't want to go away from abnegation. Because let's go now to Peter and the other apostle when Jesus approached them after they have the fishing and say, hey, follow me. And those guys said, well, yes. So they left family, they left wife, uh, parents, sons, and daughters behind and follow him. Would you do this today? I can say myself, it's tough. It is tough. How am I going to leave my wife, my daughters, my family behind and follow? I don't know. I don't know. But we need to work our abnegation in order to say, okay, If Jesus is inviting me to follow him, he will not let my family go under, let's say, difficult situations because of my absence. Some some accept this, some don't accept. I can say it's only from my perspective, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough, but it's it is what it is, my friends. Nothing what we can do. It is what it is. And how far can you go? I don't know. Depends on you. Okay? This is why uh, Jesus applied the principle without charity, there is no salvation. Without charity. Charity not in a sense of giving, but charity in order to respect, charity in a way to do to the others everything you could. Okay, good. Let's move on here. I like I like what I note here. If you reach where the cause of much evil, if they aggravate so many evil passions, if they really provoked so many crimes, it is not the rich themselves that we should blame, but humankind who misuses them as it does all of God's gift. Let's think about this. I said those who are rich. We do have those who are charitable. They do not have their pride. They do not have the selfishness. They do not treat the other people who are, let's say, below them differently. And we do have those who are selfish, treat the others differently, create boundaries. We do have. So, saying that, we cannot blame the riches, the wealth. The problem is the human. The problem is us. Okay, Stevan, but why we have this problem? Why we have this such difference? Here in the gospel according to Spiritism, we have the ones. This is on item 8. Why are we all not equally rich? Because this is going to be a solution for us. Okay, let's distribute this equally, and there we go. There is no people with more, there is no people with less. Everybody is equal. Even though if we are in a socialism state, this doesn't work as well. Why? Because we have here the human factor. What is human factor? Hold your horses. Let's go here. And the answer, why we are all not equally rich. We are not equally intelligent, active, and industrious enough to acquire it, nor sober and provident enough to keep it. Demonstrable fact that the riches, if equally divided, would give a minimal and insufficient portion to each one. What it does mean here? It means we have differences. We have so many differences, like cultural differences. One is more intelligent than the others. One is smarter than the others. One is more or less selfish than the other. You know, we have all these differences. We have all these, and the point is why? Because we are in different stages of evolution. Got it? We are not here in, at the same level, even though we are imperfect spirits. Okay? But even though we are in different levels, let's assume you are a teacher, okay? And you have in your classroom, let's say, first grade classroom, when you need to teach your students how to write and how to count from 1 to 5. Let's assume you have like 15 students in your classroom. You will give the same lesson, the same class to them. Okay? You explain in the same way for all of them. However, some students will pick this up quickly. Some will have a little bit problem. Others will get nothing. You need to spend more time individually in order to make that student understand. Sometimes you need to give to them extra classes. But you give the same lesson. You teach the same way. Why some pick up this quickly and the others not? It's evolution. We can call that as intelligence, but the intelligence, we already have studied this. Please go to our videos on our YouTube, Spiritism Island YouTube, and on Kardec Radio. Many people way better than me explain this. Our intelligence, it is in our spirit, okay? And when we are incarnated, we only bring to this incarnation what we will need here. And some people, they not even go to that experience, for example. It's like if you ask me to fix my car. I'm not a mechanic, I have no clue. But I do have friends, even though with the sound, when you say, hey, my car is with the problem, and they say to me, oh, turn on your car. Just listen The noise that, oh, this is that screw, you need to just try the screw, it's fine. And I have no clue. I like numbers. I'm easy with numbers, building this analysis and everything. Sometimes when I'm explaining this to someone, it's easy for me. And I look to their faces and they're like this. "Hmm, I don't understand. Can you say again? Say differently. What's the point here? Can you be more direct?" And for me, it's too obvious. But for them, no. So these differences cause this. And also, on top of that, this is, let's say, the cherry on the top of the cake. On top of that, we need to understand, if not understand, but we are incarnated either as a trial or an expiation. Oh, but this is a punishment. Wait. Punishment do not exist in God's law. Okay? Punishment does not exist in God's law. Oh, but I'm suffering because I did something in the past and I needed to undergo through this. Happy days, perhaps. But everything, it's your choice. Even though if you are suffering today, you choose it. You put this barrier on your way because, I don't know, I needed to work my pride, I need to work my benevolence, I need to work my charity way, I don't know, you need everything that happens to us. Oh, but I born in a family, my father was drunk, my mom was beating me. You choose to be there. You choose that. And this could be either an expiation or a trial. And luckily, I would say luckily, we do not have resources to say if this incarnation you are under a trial or an expiation. It's difficult to understand. Okay, Stevan, but what's the difference between a trial and expiation? A trial, it is when you want to learn something new, and you say, okay, let me try this. I will try. Okay? A new language, let me try this. I will try. This is a trial. You decide to incarnate in order to help someone, in order to improve your character, improve your skills. Okay? This is a trial. An expiation, it is when you tried many times, and for these things you harm someone, you cause troubles. It's not you born, you reincarnate in that family because you needed to to expiate something with that person. No, because this is you. I can harm you today, and this is not necessary will make me and you reincarnate together in next incarnation. Okay? Why? Because perhaps in this difference of, let's call, intelligence, perhaps that I am still behind you, and the role, the problem created between me and you, I create that problem not because I had the intentions, because I didn't have the knowledge. And then you keep going on your path of evolution, and I will keep going my path evolution. When I acquire what was missing, perhaps, if it's worth, we may reincarnate together and then go under this together. But never ever it is a punishment. And where the riches make sense here, because rich is something you acquire when you are on earth. When you leave, coffee doesn't have drawers. You don't leave at this. Proof of that, the pyramids, the pharaohs, they used to put all their gold necessary to enter in the heaven. Now we are getting everything and then put in the museums. Plus, those guys will steal that. That's one of material proof. So I am rich. What I can do? What I can work with? I'm not saying you need to become poor. I'm saying is, and Spiritism never ever will say to you, being poor is better than being rich, or in order to be charitable, you need to give your wealthness to some. It's out of question. We are not saying this. We are saying here is, either if you are poor or if you are rich, you needed to use this incarnation wisely. So you needed to use, if you are rich, use your money wisely. Use your money looking around, helping the others. If you are poor, keep working. Not with the eyes of, I want to be rich. And when you conquer your richness, you forget your past. And much people call this my dirt past. It's not dirt past. It's the best school you have had in your life. Unfortunately, my friends, we are the ones who only learn when we suffer. We only learn when we have problems. We only learn when we go under some difficulties. Unfortunately. Okay? Happy days? Let me know, guys. You're very quiet today. Let me see. Another point I put it here to say to you guys. This is still in item number 8. There are rich and poor because God, being just, prescribes work to each one in turn. For those who are suffering poverty, it is a test of patience and resignation. For others, rich are a test in charity and abnegation. It's us. We decided. So be thankful for everything you acquire. Be thankful for everything you conquer. Be thankful for your difficulties, because that difficulties perhaps we do not understand right now, but in the future we will understand. You only have, or let me change this, you are this person as you are today because the problems you have in the past, the difficulties you have in the past. I don't know what you've been through, but if you are here listening me, we have here 30 people plus watching this live. If you go, let's say we have a time machine here and you go back to the past and review some problems we had, we can, oh, I don't need that. We can remove. Perhaps you're going to change you today, the way you think today. I don't know. So those difficult moments perhaps we regret, we don't want to see. We want to put this under the mat and say, "Oh, wow, my gosh, I don't want to 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 be like that person anymore." Good, you know, you know something in your life. I don't want to be that guy I was. If you hide this, how you know you don't want to be like that? How do you know? Okay. Uh, let me see here. Uh, Again, when I said that that is no punishment God's laws, I'm saying I know what I'm saying. When we deviate from these natural laws, we suffer. Oops, someone here is not happy. So the laws can temporarily change the exterior, but it cannot succeed in changing the heart. The origin of evil lies in pride and selfishness. Therefore, all manner of abuses will cease when the law of charity governs humanity. So, we only suffer when we deviate from these natural laws. This, I'm not, if I'm not wrong, in question 614, the first question of the chapter, Moral Laws. If I'm not wrong, I cannot guarantee. 614. So, what I'm saying here is suffering is not an option, but sometimes required in order to acquire knowledge, in order to learn more about this law of charity, in order to become a better person, in order to kill our pride, in order to be less selfishness. Think about it. Think about it. So, the question on item 9. What then constitutes true poverty? What then constitutes true property? What is true property? Not poverty, property. So what's mine? What is mine? Remember when I said that coffin doesn't have drawers? what you take from here: knowledge, intelligence, moral qualities. This is you take from here. But money, car, gold, we don't take. But we can take with us ego, pride, selfishness. We can take this with us. And if we bring this with us, it means a lot of work I need to do. A lot of work I need to do means many reincarnations will be needed in order to overcome this. Yes. So the answer here: nothing that is for the use of the body, but everything that is for the use of the soul, intelligence, knowledge, and moral qualities. Got it? Moral qualities. This is what we need for ourselves. Okay? So I like this sentence. The future position will depend solely on what qualities have been gained in the present life. So today you're building your future. What you're learning today, the problems you're facing today, or not a problem, I'd say the challenges you have, this is going to help you. I don't know what's the problem you're facing. I don't know what's the problems you will face or I will face. But let's have courage and fight. This is unfair, Stevan, because I didn't. You're saying I choose that. I didn't choose to have a cancer or to have this financial problem I'm having now. I don't remember. This is unfair. Okay, let's assume you will remember that the cancer you may undergo it's because I don't know, you did a really, really, really bad thing. This is one way to expiate and recover you, and you choose that. I I listened that. I was listening. I think I was a podcast, and I don't remember when. I think was I don't know. But the story is everybody thinks like, oh, COVID is the bad thing. Well, okay, I lost my mom, lost this, that, oh, fine, great, it's a bad thing. But a message received from a spirit, a woman, and she passed away from COVID. And in this message, she was joyful because she passed away from COVID. She was happy. She was delighted. And nobody understood why she's saying she was, because she started the message, oh, thank you. Don't be afraid. Be happy. My family, don't cry for me. I'm fine. I'm great. This is the best thing happened to me. Blah, blah, blah. And she's saying, and up to the middle of the letter, nobody will understand that, hey, we are here complaining about this COVID. A lot of people dying, hurting a lot of families. And she starts a letter with joyful about the COVID. Oh. And then she explained, because in her reincarnatory plan, she should die with a cancer, a very aggressive cancer. She will suffer for many, many years. But in her life, she learned what is the law of charity. She was a good person. She facing the problems. She was understanding why she was here. And then the God's justice just say, let's bring her back because she learned the lesson. Let's give her some COVID. She doesn't need to go to the cancer process, which, by the way, who knows that? It is tough. See, all depends from the angle you see it. All depends from how you can see it. If it looks like you are facing a wall in front of you, stop it. Try to see it from a different angle. Instead of see it as a punishment, try to think this is a lesson you need to learn. Instead of saying, oh, what I need to learn from this situation, where I need to improve myself because I'm going through this and something here, what I need to learn. Okay, guys, let me see if missing something. No, it's done. So be responsible. Use this true property. Build your true property, which are three things: intelligence, moral qualities, and intelligence, moral qualities, and knowledge. And having this, you build your true property. Being rich is not a problem. The problem is the person, is the human behind that richness. The problem sometimes is the person, is the humankind behind the poverty. Okay? I hope today you understood the comments from the Gospel, chapter 16, from item 7 to item 10. And I hope you like it. I hope you will see you next Thursday. Okay? Before we go, today, 8:30, we do have our virtual healing. So just go to our YouTube page. It's 15 minutes, no more than this. We have our virtual healing. So it's amazing moment. You can let our our guys, our volunteers, to walk you through the process and give a certain relief. Okay? Tomorrow we have a Spiritual Light show at 9 p.m. And Thursday at 7:15 I'll be here with the Spirits books talk conversation. Okay? Thank you, Don. Have a nice evening for you as well. Let's do a final prayer. So I want to say thank you for your attention, for all the lessons received today, all the knowledge acquired today. May we have a lovely night. May the good spirits be with us, inspire us with good thoughts in order to help us to overcome the barriers we need to face. So be it. Amen. Okay. Once more, thank you, my friends. I wish you a lovely night. Enjoy the rest of the day for those who are in the US or in Brazil. Enjoy your day, and I will see you on Thursday. Okay? Thank you. Bye bye.